Have you ever wondered what sustainability really means? Most people think it's just about recycling, but it's so much more than that. In fact, the way we live today is pushing the planet to the brink. Did you know that we're using 1.7 times more resources than Earth can regenerate each year? That means we're borrowing from future generations, and we're running out of time. Sustainability is about changing how we live, eat, work, and consume. It's about making choices that help the planet, our health, and future generations. But how do we actually do that? In this video, we'll uncover surprising facts and simple strategies you can use to live a more sustainable life. From transforming your home to rethinking what you eat and how you travel, sustainability is within your reach. Stick with us as we dive into practical ways to reduce your footprint and create a more eco-friendly world. Ready to take the first step toward a better future? Let's get started. Chapter 1: Sustainability Unveiled. It's not just recycling. When most people think of sustainability, they probably picture a recycling bin or a compost pile. While these are important, sustainability is much more than just waste management. It's about living in harmony with our planet and adopting practices that support the environment, economy, and society in the long run. Did you know that only 9% of plastic gets recycled worldwide? This shows that recycling alone won't save us. It's time to think bigger and act smarter. A study from the Ellen MacArthur Foundation revealed that the global economy still uses resources at an unsustainable rate, with an estimated $4.5 trillion in materials wasted every year. That's a huge opportunity for change. One strategy for living sustainably is focusing on reducing consumption. You don't need the latest gadgets or trendy clothes every season. Opt for products that last longer and are made with sustainable materials. It's all about quality over quantity. Simple changes, like buying a reusable water bottle, can drastically cut down your plastic waste. A single person could save over 150 plastic bottles from landfills in just 1 year by switching to a reusable bottle. Another key strategy is shifting towards renewable energy sources. Solar and wind energy are rapidly becoming more affordable. In fact, the cost of solar energy has dropped by 90% in the last decade, according to the International Renewable Energy Agency. Switching to solar panels for your home or even using solar-powered devices can make a huge difference in reducing your carbon footprint. But sustainability doesn't stop at home. It's about how we work and consume. Embracing a circular economy, where products are reused, repaired, and recycled, can revolutionize industries. Brands like Patagonia and IKEA are leading the way, offering repair services and using recycled materials in their products. By supporting companies with circular models, we encourage more businesses to make sustainable choices. Lastly, sustainability is about mindset. As author R. Buckminster Fuller said, "We are called to be architects of the future, not its victims." A sustainable future starts with individual action, but it requires collective efforts from communities, businesses, and governments. Small changes lead to big impacts, and it's up to all of us to make sustainability a priority in our everyday choices. Chapter 2: Green Innovation. Transforming your home into a sustainable haven. Turning your home into a sustainable haven doesn't require major renovations or a big budget. It's about making small, impactful changes that add up over time. Start by focusing on energy efficiency. According to the U.S. Department of Energy, heating and cooling account for nearly 50% of home energy use. Installing energy-efficient windows, adding insulation, and ceiling gaps can reduce your energy bills by up to 30%. Next, consider smart home technology. Smart thermostats, like the Nest, allow you to control your home's temperature from your phone, ensuring you're not wasting energy when you're not around. A study by the American Council for an Energy-Efficient Economy, ACEE, found that smart thermostats can save up to $180 annually on heating and cooling costs. Water conservation is another crucial aspect of a sustainable home. The average American household uses about 300 gallons of water per day. Simple adjustments, like installing low-flow showerheads or fixing leaky faucets, can save thousands of gallons each year. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, estimates that if every home in the U.S. installed water-saving devices, we could save over 3 trillion gallons of water annually. Switching to sustainable building materials is a great way to improve your home's sustainability. Look for materials like bamboo, recycled steel, and reclaimed wood. These options are not only eco-friendly but also incredibly durable. Additionally, using non-toxic paints and finishes can reduce harmful indoor air pollution. According to the World Health Organization, indoor air pollution can be more harmful than outdoor air pollution, so making these simple swaps can significantly improve your health. The concept of green roofs is another fascinating innovation. These are roofs covered with vegetation, which not only insulate buildings but also help manage stormwater. A study by the University of Toronto found that green roofs can reduce the energy needed for heating and cooling by up to 75%. This is an example of how sustainable design can create a more energy-efficient and healthier living environment. Lastly, the rise of eco-friendly furniture is changing the way we furnish our homes. Brands like IKEA are now offering products made from sustainable materials like cork, recycled plastic, and organic cotton. Even small furniture brands are jumping on the eco bandwagon, designing stylish pieces with minimal environmental impact. Sustainability in home design is no longer just a trend, it's the future. Chapter 3: The Slow Living Movement. Why less is more in a world constantly chasing the next big thing. The slow living movement is a refreshing change of pace. It's about slowing down, being more mindful, and consuming less. By adopting slow living principles, we can not only reduce our environmental impact but also enhance our well-being. One of the main tenets of slow living is the idea of intentional consumption. Instead of mindlessly buying the latest products, slow living encourages us to buy less and choose wisely. For example, rather than buying new clothes every season, consider buying high-quality, timeless pieces that last longer. The fashion industry is responsible for about 10% of global carbon emissions, so by reducing the demand for fast fashion, we can collectively cut down on waste and pollution. Mindfulness also plays a huge role in the slow living movement. By being more present in the moment, we can make more conscious decisions in our daily lives, from what we eat to how we travel. A study by the University of California found that practicing mindfulness can reduce stress, improve mental health, and even increase longevity. So, living slowly isn't just good for the planet, it's also good for you. The slow food movement is another key aspect of slow living. It emphasizes eating locally grown, seasonal foods and cooking from scratch. By supporting local farmers and avoiding processed foods, we can reduce our environmental impact while enjoying fresher, healthier meals. According to the Environmental Working Group, the carbon footprint of a meal is reduced by 60% when you buy local, seasonal produce instead of imported goods. Another powerful strategy in slow living is the idea of simplifying your life. The less stuff we own, the less we need to manage, clean, and store. This philosophy extends to digital minimalism as well. Cutting back on screen time and unnecessary digital clutter can help improve your mental clarity and reduce your dependence on technology. The average person spends over 2.5 hours on their phone each day, but by reducing that time, we can focus on more meaningful activities. Slow living isn't about being perfect, it's about being more mindful of how our actions affect the world. The Danish concept of hygge, which emphasizes coziness, comfort, and enjoying the present moment, aligns perfectly with this lifestyle. It's about finding joy in simplicity, creating memories with loved ones, and embracing the beauty of everyday life. By choosing to live slower and more consciously, we contribute to a more sustainable world, one where quality, mindfulness, and simplicity reign supreme. As the author and activist Wendell Berry once said, the earth is what we all have in common. Through slow living, we can ensure that we're taking better care of it for generations to come. If you're enjoying this content, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to stay updated on more sustainable living tips. Chapter 4: Circular Economy. The art of waste-free living. A circular economy is a game-changer when it comes to sustainability. Unlike the traditional take, make, dispose model, a circular economy focuses on reusing, recycling, and regenerating resources. In this system, nothing goes to waste. Everything has value, whether it's a worn-out product or a food scrap. This approach can reduce the need for new raw materials, which in turn helps lower carbon emissions. According to a report by the Ellen MacArthur Foundation, transitioning to a circular economy could reduce global greenhouse gas emissions by 39%. That's a powerful incentive to embrace this way of living. One practical way to adopt a circular mindset is through product repair. Instead of tossing out broken items, repair them. Repair cafes, where community members fix everything from electronics to clothing, have gained popularity worldwide. By mending our possessions, we reduce waste and extend the life of products, which saves both money and resources. Another strategy is to buy second-hand. Thrift stores and online marketplaces like Poshmark and eBay allow us to buy gently used items. Studies show that buying second-hand reduces your carbon footprint by up to 82% compared to buying new. By choosing second-hand, you're giving products a second life while avoiding the waste created by manufacturing and packaging new goods. Upcycling is another way to contribute to a circular economy. This involves turning waste materials into something useful or creative. For instance, turning old wooden pallets into furniture or using fabric scraps to create quilts reduces waste and gives new life to discarded items. Designers and artists are leading the way, showing that creativity can turn trash into treasure. In the world of fashion, brands like Patagonia are pioneers in the circular economy. They offer repair services for damaged items, and their recycling program ensures that worn-out clothes are repurposed into new products. This kind of business model helps reduce the environmental toll of producing new goods and encourages a shift in consumer behavior towards sustainability. For the future of a waste-free world, businesses and individuals alike must embrace the principle of reduce, reuse, recycle. The more we recycle and reuse, the less we need to extract from the earth. By supporting brands and businesses that prioritize circular practices, we can make a significant impact in reducing global waste. Chapter 5: Sustainable Food. From farm to fork, eating with a purpose. What we eat has a major impact on the planet. Food production accounts for about a quarter of global greenhouse gas emissions, and industrial agriculture is a leading cause of deforestation and water depletion. That's why eating sustainably is crucial for a healthier planet, and a healthier you. One of the best ways to eat sustainably is by choosing plant-based foods. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, livestock farming contributes to around 14.5% of global greenhouse gas emissions. A plant-based diet, on the other hand, has a much lower carbon footprint. For example, producing a kilogram of beef generates 60 kilograms of CO2, while the same amount of beans generates only 2 kilograms of CO2. Supporting local farmers is another key aspect of sustainable eating. Buying locally grown, seasonal produce reduces the carbon footprint of transportation and supports local economies. A report from the Union of Concerned Scientists found that food from local farms can reduce your carbon footprint by 30% compared to food transported long distances. Shopping at farmers markets or joining a community-supported agriculture (CSA) program are great ways to connect with local food producers. Reducing food waste is also a vital strategy. The United Nations estimates that roughly one-third of all food produced globally is wasted. In the US alone, around 40% of food goes uneaten, costing consumers $161 billion annually. You can help combat this by planning meals carefully, using leftovers creatively, and composting scraps instead of sending them to landfills. A family of 4 can save up to $1,500 a year by reducing food waste. For those who want to take sustainability to the next level, growing your own food is an excellent option. Urban farming and gardening have grown in popularity in recent years. Even if you don't have a backyard, you can grow herbs, vegetables, and fruits in small spaces like balconies or windowsills. The environmental benefits are huge. Growing your own food reduces the need for packaging and transportation, and you'll have fresh, organic produce at your fingertips. Another game-changing approach is food preservation. Techniques like canning, fermenting, and freezing allow us to enjoy seasonal foods year-round without wasting them. These methods reduce food spoilage and help you make the most of your food purchases, all while saving money and reducing waste. Sustainable eating isn't about perfection, it's about making thoughtful choices that contribute to the well-being of the planet. As food activist Alice Waters once said, "The future of our food system is in our hands, and we have the power to create a better world." By embracing local, plant-based, and waste-reducing strategies, we can transform our food system and reduce its negative environmental impacts. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more tips on sustainable living, and hit the notification bell to stay up to date on our latest videos. Chapter 6: Eco-Travel. Exploring the world without leaving a mark. Traveling is one of life's great pleasures, but it can also have a significant environmental impact. From the carbon emissions of flights to the waste generated by tourism, travel is a major contributor to climate change. But it's possible to explore the world sustainably, and in some cases, even help protect the places you visit. The first step to eco-friendly travel is reducing your carbon footprint. Flying is one of the largest contributors to personal greenhouse gas emissions. According to the International Air Transport Association, IATA, aviation accounts for about 2–3% of global emissions. Consider alternatives like taking the train, bus, or even biking when possible. Train travel, especially in countries like Switzerland and Japan, is efficient and offers stunning scenic routes. When flying is necessary, there are ways to minimize your impact. Many airlines now offer carbon offset programs, allowing passengers to invest in projects that reduce or capture greenhouse gases. In 2020, over 100 airlines, including Delta and British Airways, offered carbon offset programs, helping travelers contribute to sustainability initiatives like reforestation and renewable energy projects. Eco-conscious travelers can also support sustainable tourism businesses. Look for accommodations and tour operators that prioritize environmental conservation and support local communities. Eco-hotels, for example, use energy-efficient systems, recycle, and source food locally. By choosing eco-friendly options, you ensure that your travel dollars go toward businesses that are committed to preserving the planet. Another way to travel sustainably is by respecting the destinations you visit. Responsible tourism includes following local rules, supporting ethical wildlife sanctuaries, and avoiding attractions that harm the environment. For example, instead of visiting a zoo that captures animals in the wild, choose a sanctuary that rehabilitates animals and educates visitors about conservation. Eating sustainably while traveling is also important. Choose restaurants that serve locally sourced, organic foods and reduce food waste. A recent study found that eating local food supports the local economy and reduces the carbon footprint of transporting food from faraway places. By choosing locally grown produce and regional specialties, you help reduce the environmental costs of your meals. Sustainable travel is about making conscious choices that benefit both the environment and the communities you visit. As travel blogger and environmental activist Lonely Planet said, "The way we travel will change, and that's a good thing." By reducing our carbon footprints, supporting local businesses, and traveling responsibly, we can continue to explore the world while protecting it for future generations. Make sure to subscribe to our channel to keep up with all the latest tips on sustainable travel and living.